Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today it is time for another Empties video, and I'm just thinking back to my last Empties and I'm pretty sure I was wearing this exact same sweater, so yay for outfit repeating. But for those of you who are new and maybe don't know what Empties are, it's basically where I go through a whole bunch of empty products and tell you guys what I thought about them, do mini reviews, let you know if I'd repurchase them, etc, etc. So I'm going to jump straight in. For those of you who have seen my videos before, Colerain Dry Shampoo always makes an appearance. I almost just think I should chuck them out and not include them anymore, but if you haven't heard me speak about it, my favourite dry shampoo pretty much of all time. Fantastic, doesn't change the texture of your hair, which is key, so you can brush it through and it still feels like hair, it still feels like soft, it doesn't go gritty at all. Really love that stuff. I've also tried another of the Pantene Pro V 3-Minute Miracle Conditioners. This is the Daily Moisture Renewal version. I got all 3 different versions of this at the launch of it and I really quite enjoy it. The premise is that it's supposed to help restore the damage or fix a month's worth of damage in 3 minutes or something like that. Don't quote me on exactly, but basically it's supposed to fix damage in your hair in 3 minutes. And I do think that it does leave your hair feeling softer and shinier. Whether it necessarily repairs like a month's worth of damage in 3 minutes, not 100% sure about that, but it is a nice conditioner, something that you can use every day. And if you are looking for something that's a little bit stronger than your average conditioner in terms of, I guess, healing properties, then it's probably worth looking at. A makeup item here, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This one I'm pretty sure I picked up in the States when I went back in April 2014. So the fact that it's only just dying on me now means that it was a good investment because it did last a very long time. Really nice brow gel, sets your brows in place and doesn't give you like a grey cast or anything like that. I am currently using some different brow gels and things that I got from Benefit, so I probably won't repurchase this straight away, but it may pop up again in the future because I do enjoy that one. From Lush here I have a shower gel. This is the beautiful shower gel. It says you've got to get up every morning with a smile on your face with a little helping hand from this shower gel. This one had a really nice scent to it from memory. I can't remember exactly what it smells like. The top ingredients are myrrh gum powder, apricot infusion, fresh peach juice, a little bit of like a citrusy scent to it, kind of fruity, very fresh. Enjoyed this one. I find that the Lush shower gels are quite thick. You don't need to use a lot and it definitely clings to your body as well, so you feel like you're getting, it's not just washing down the drain, you know, that you feel like that with some gels. So even though they are on the expensive side, I do think that you kind of get your money's worth with them, and they are nice if you're looking for a more natural product. From the Body Shop here I have the Spa of the World Dead Sea Salt Scrub, another really large jar, so it lasted me quite a while. This one was a scrub that I mentioned, I think I talked about it in his favorites video. It smelled really nice and was really one of those ones that left like an oil residue on your skin, so it was very hydrating. I dropped the container so it split, but it was a really nice sort of packaging, very like luxe product. It was kind of on the expensive side, but I did enjoy it while I had it. I've got other scrubs to use now, but it was a nice product, and I do like those ones that kind of leave an oily residue on your skin because you feel like you don't need to moisturize after the shower, and anytime I can skip steps, I'm all for it. The Trilogy Vital Moisturizing Cream is one that I've used for a very long time, and it's my daytime moisturizer. I use it pretty much every time before I apply my makeup. I do have another bottle here. This one I feel like they've changed the packaging of, and I preferred the pump, so I actually refilled this one, but I do really recommend that cream. It is it's not like so super heavy, but I do know if you have oily skin you might find it a little bit too heavy for daytime. Some people would prefer it at night. For me, I find that it works really well. It's just one of those ones that sinks into the skin, doesn't impede your makeup application in any way. It's a really lovely hydrating product. This one here is actually something that I have given up on. It's still pretty much full and I've had to throw it out. This is a Rexona Motion Sense Shower Fresh Dry and Fresh Confidence, I had a mind blank then, deodorant. And the reason that I've given up on this is actually because I found that for whatever reason, some ingredient in the product meant that if I was wearing a shirt and then a blazer over the top and the blazer's lining was black, it would make the black transfer onto my whatever shirt I was wearing. So I was coming home from work with blazers and tops that I'd worn over and over again, a million times before, and all of a sudden I was getting these horrible black marks all around like the armpit area, and I couldn't work out why. And it wasn't because it was wet, or wasn't because I was sweating, because I've always sweated before, I've always used deodorant before, but something in this one caused this transfer to happen, and as soon as I went back and used a different deodorant, it stopped. So it was definitely something in this deodorant, so something to be aware of. I like the scent, it probably works well as a deodorant, but I couldn't wear it, it was damaging my clothes, so I've stopped with that one and gone back. I still have used Rexona ones, I use the anti-white marks, and it works fine, but something about that one just doesn't work for me. I have here a Pantene shampoo, Color Therapy. I don't mind the Pantene shampoos and conditioners. I don't feel like they do anything sort of super special to my hair versus other ones that I use, but I didn't mind using this one. The Olay Regenerist Advanced Anti-Aging Skin Renewal Cleanser. This one had like a little bit of a grittiness to it, so it gave a light exfoliation when you used it. I found that I liked it, but I didn't love it. So I think I'll use I'll repurchase other cleansers over this one. It was nothing bad about it per se, but it just didn't seem to work with my skin and my skin needs. An all-time favourite of mine is the Daiso detergent for puff and sponge. I use this for cleaning synthetic brushes and sponges because it is the best, absolute best at getting out makeup and makeup stains and just really deep cleaning your brushes. It's $2.80, absolute bargain, and I definitely need to stock up on more of this. Razor that's gone blunt. These are the Venus disposable ones, Gillette Venus. I always go for the Gillette Venus for whatever reason. It's been my favorite for years and years and years. I currently have the one with like the ball head, so it swivels each way, and that works really well. But for disposables, they're great, and I find that I don't cut myself anywhere near as much shaving when I use those. I do have a candle here. I have a couple in this box. I tend to include candles in my empties. This is the Sentinel Candles 7 Flowers, and this one was sent to me. I believe this is an Australian brand. I think they're based on the north coast of New South Wales, but this one smelled really, really nice. As the name suggests, 7 flowers, I guess, make up the scent. I don't know whether you can get them online or if it's only sort of like an in-store kind of thing, but really nice, had a nice scent through. I actually had it in my room for a little bit, and then I ended up with it in my bathroom, and I really appreciate getting that because I did really enjoy the scent. Toothpaste, this is the Colgate Optic White High Impact White version. I have been using the Colgate Optic White for probably almost a year now, since it launched, and I really, really enjoy it. I definitely do think it makes my teeth whiter. This is the newest one, which is 4 shades whiter. I don't know if I really noticed the difference between this and the one that says 3 shades whiter, but both of them I enjoy, and I have repurchased this again because I definitely do. I like the taste, I like what it does for my teeth, and I do think it does have whitening properties. Maybe not so much for those of you who have really white teeth naturally, but mine are actually pretty yellow, unfortunately, and I feel like this does make a little bit of a difference. This is the 93,000 Miles Shower Jelly from Lush, a product that was sent to me in a package of goodies from Lush. If you haven't seen the shower jellies before, they're like this, they're basically like a soap in jelly form. Like you can use it in the way that you would use a soap, or you can sort of lather it on a loofah, or they smell really nice. This one was an interesting one. It says a song of ice and fire for after the sauna, and it had eucalyptus and peppermint infusion, also cinnamon leaf oil, peppermint oil, so it was very like strong and zesty. And I did have somebody mention that it may have been irritating to the skin based on the ingredients. I didn't find that. I just think that the scent is not going to be agreeable with a lot of people. But if you do like cinnamon kind of, or even like peppermint kind of almost take your head off kind of scents, things that really like wake you up, this, you might actually like that scent. Yeah. From Swatchcough, I have the Ultimate Keratin Hairspray. I tend to go back and forth between this and the L'Oreal Elnet. I really like both of them. I've got the L'Oreal Elnet at the moment, but this one is a nice one that it does give you hold without making your hair look like wet or look greasy, that sometimes certain hairsprays can give that look too. Without also making it too crunchy as well. So I do enjoy that one. It will be repurchased at some point when I need new hairspray. I'm finding my dad's asleep, so I don't want to chuck anything on the floor like I usually do. But I'm running out of desk space and where to put all this stuff back down. From Dr. Bronner's Magic Soap, this is an 18-in-1 hemp rose pure Castile soap. This one I picked up on the recommendation of a few different people for cleansing my brushes, but it's one of those products that can be used for cleaning a whole multitude of different things. Like I said, it's 18 in one, so this one does a good job, and this one I felt was like gentle enough to be able to use on my real hair brushes. I probably will pick it up at some point. I might try a different scent. This one has quite a strong rose scent, so I found that all my brushes started smelling like rose, which wasn't a bad thing, but sometimes this was a little bit funny. But good product there. I think I got mine from David Jones. I don't know where else you can get it here in Australia, but I got mine from David Jones. Simple Kind to Skin cleansing wipes, another product that always features in my Empties videos. Love these. I have got another set sitting right there. This was just a special edition packaging, but I always come back to these because they work so well. The Simple Kind to Skin micellar cleansing water. I really like this stuff as well. I enjoy this. I enjoy the Garnier one. I also use Bioderma. I've got Bioderma at the moment, but I've gone through a couple of bottles of these because it just is really inexpensive. It doesn't seem to have a scent. It doesn't irritate my eyes, and it removes my makeup. So would definitely recommend the Simple Kind to Skin cleansing water. Here is the other Pantene 3-Minute Miracle. I thought it might have made it into my last Empties, but obviously it didn't. This is the color protection version. I don't think I really noticed that much difference between the Moisture Renewal and this one. Both of them seem to just work quite well on my hair. I did use this one first because I do have some blonder streaks in the bottom half of my hair, so I thought this would be nice to help try and protect that color a little bit. Another candle here, Mahogany Teak Wood from Bath & Body Works. I loved this scent. It's a very unisex kind of scent. It kind of has a masculinity to it because it smells a little bit like aftershave. Really nice. Like this one for the bedroom. And I think this would be a good one if you live with a guy and he's sort of iffy about scents. That's a nice one that you can kind of have throughout the house, and it's not too girly. So really like that one. I thoroughly recommend all the Bath & Body Works candles. They are just the best. I love them. More skincare here. This is an old favorite, the Facial Radiance Pads from First Aid Beauty. This is probably my third tub of these, I think. I find them difficult to find here in Australia, but they work really well. Once a day, a chemical exfoliant to sort of help remove any excess buildup on the skin. They are dermatologically tested. They're supposed to exfoliate and tone and brighten the skin, alcohol free. They are safe for sensitive skin, and I would agree with that. They do have active ingredients, but they are still gentle enough to be used daily without drying out your skin too much. Almost towards the bottom here, another Colerain Dry Shampoo. Told you I loved it. I go through so many of them. I have here a Glam Glow Super Mud Clearing Treatment Mask. Now this one I bought a while ago, and it's actually been sitting in my cupboard, and I like this, but I don't. My issues with this product is that it's super expensive, and I found that it dried out. Now, even though I had like the proper stopper on it and the lid done up tight, it still dries out on me. So it's something that you've got to use straight away. Otherwise, you're basically going to lose your money because your money's going to dry out. In saying that, it is a good little spot treatment if you want to try and really draw out any like imperfections on the skin. It's great. I kind of used it mainly in the T-zone and on my chin where I have enlarged pores and blackheads for that kind of thing. So I may repurchase it again at some point, but I was disappointed in the fact that the packaging didn't really hold the product the way it should, and that it dried out, given that it's such an expensive product. I know that clay masks do that, but then I think the packaging should be better so that it can be airtight and last a little bit longer, because even though I've had it for ages and it's dried out, it dried out really quickly, and that was kind of disappointing. From Revlon, I have the Photo Ready Perfecting Primer here. I really scraped the barrel with this one. Really nice primer. I have something that's a little bit underrated from Revlon. I don't even know if it still exists in their line, but I did enjoy it. Really nice smoothing primer. Just great under your makeup for a really nice makeup application. So enjoyed that one. Might repurchase. I've got so many primers that I need to get through, and primer is something that sometimes I'm a little bit lazy on and skip, so I go through it so slowly. So probably won't make it back into rotation anytime soon, but I would recommend it because I did really enjoy it. I got an itchy nose all of a sudden. From Zedkin. I've talked about this brand before on my channel, but I don't quite know how to pronounce it. This is the Calming Cream Cleanser. And I liked this one. It had a kind of a kind of herbal smell to it, which I didn't necessarily love, but it's sulfate-free, paraben-free, petrochemical-free, palm oil-free, made in Australia, organic certified. It's all the good stuff basically. And what I thought was interesting is that you can remove your makeup with this first by working it into the skin and then removing it with a cotton pad, and then you can go in with a second time to actually cleanse the skin. So you could kind of use it two ways, or use it like as part of a double cleanse routine, but use the same product twice, which was interesting. If you do have a sensitive skin, I do think this would be worth checking out, because I found that it didn't have anything that would irritate my skin. It didn't leave it red. It felt really gentle. That's what I'm trying to say. I finally ran out of my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. I think I picked this one up in the States as well from memory, or maybe I did it from an order. I don't know, I've had it for a really long time. This one is really nice. It's oil-free, paraben-free. It has temperature control properties, whatever that means. Basically, a really nice setting spray. I'm still not 100% sure if I feel like these really make my makeup last any longer than usual, but I do find that really helps to make my makeup dry down that little bit and make it look a little bit more natural, melt it into the skin a little bit better. I also found that this was good to use almost as a primer, so I could put it on, spritz my face with it before I put my foundation on to help sort of it grip to the skin. You can also use this to sort of dampen your sponge as a way to meld the product into your makeup routine that way. Nice product. I have a few others to try. I'm currently using the NYX Matte Finish setting spray to see how that compares, because I know that is a less expensive alternative, but I'm sure that at some point in the future I will pick up one of the Urban Decay spreads. Oh my gosh, let's try that again. I'll pick up one of the Urban Decay sprays again. Here I have a lip balm. This is the Nuxe Rev de Mille, probably butchering the name, but this is my third pot of this. If you know me, you know that it takes me so long to go through pot lip balms and just lip balms in general, because I've got so many of them. But this one just works so well at repairing your lips, hydrating them if they're chapped or suffering from windburn, or if they're just not in the best condition. This really does work, and that's the reason why I use it, because I don't really like the scent. The scent's like a honey scent. It's not bad, but it's just not my favorite. The texture's a little bit funny, and the pot applicator to me is not my favorite either. But despite all that, I still use it up. So that tells you that it's a really good product. Okay guys, we're almost at the end. If you're still with me, well done. Caudalie Lip Conditioner. This has gone funny on me. It smells really bad, like wax, so I'm gonna stop using it. It was a nice enough product. Didn't necessarily love it over other lip balms. I have some samples down here to finish off from Way Hair Care. I have the volume shampoo and volume conditioner. This obviously I could only use once because they're just like little sachets, but I actually really liked it. I found that the shampoo was quite it left your hair a little bit dry in a way which some people won't like, but I actually didn't mind. And when I say dry, I mean like after you've just first put it through, it's just that little bit gritty. It didn't have a lot of silicone slip to it, which I actually think is a good thing. And then you follow up with the conditioner. That was also quite nice. It sort of added that hydration back into your hair. But I did think that when I blow dried my hair afterwards, that did seem to have a little bit of extra volume in it. Kind of hard to tell from just one use, but I liked it enough that I might splurge one day and try these out. There's some other products from Way that I want to try as well. They are on the pricey side. You can get it in Sephora here in Australia now. Lastly, I have a few more samples here. These are the Studio 10 Miracle Effect Priming Serum. I actually used a few of them, so I did notice that I quite enjoyed it. It's an anti-aging primer, clinically proven and tested with results in just 15 minutes to dramatically improve the appearance of fine lines, age spots, puffiness, and dark circles. I don't know whether I saw all that happen at once. I'm probably not the best to test anti-aging skincare on just yet, but I did feel like it really left my skin feeling very smooth. It was a serum, but I also felt like it was priming my skin for my makeup. My makeup applied nicely over it, and my skin did look nice afterwards. I like the idea of having skincare in my makeup routine, because anything that I can meld together again, less steps for me is always a good thing. And anti-aging is something that I'm starting to think about. I am 27 years old. I am starting to see some little lines and imperfections on my skin that I might not have used to have seen. So I might try and pick up the full size of this. Studio 10, another Sephora brand here in Australia. last but not least, I have the June Jacobs Papaya Purifying Enzyme Mask. Again, I had a little sample of this, and I remember I chucked it in here because it was nice on my skin, but I don't really know what it was supposed to actually do because I don't have any more information on it bar this tiny little sample. But the smell, I can still kind of smell it in here. The smell alone was probably one of the nicest masks smells that I have ever smelled, and I'm probably going to try and splurge on this as well at some point just because of the scent, which is crazy, but I really liked it. So you never know. I have about 10 billion masks that I need to use, and I don't use masks anywhere near as much as I should, but who knows, you may see that pop up in an Empties video or a haul at some point. Okay, that is it for my Empties. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Check the description box for a list of the products mentioned. I will try and do that for you guys. I know you like it, even though it usually takes me forever. I'm going to do it for you. Also, all my social media links are there, so please come say hi. If you're new, make sure you subscribe so you can keep up to date with all my future videos. And other than that, I just hope you guys are all having a really great day. My name is Rachel, and I'll talk to you all next time. Bye!